Shout out to Mark Harper. Thank you. Even though we've never met personally, thank you for pouring into my ministry, sir. And just absolutely changing how we look at things at Grace World and Grace Kids. So here we go, chapter 7. And the title of it is How to Get Your 5th Grade Boys to Worship. Now, before I read a scripture, while the title is How to Get Your 5th Grade Boys to Worship, it's less about actually being 5th grade boys and more about in our atmosphere, in our situations. Those 5th grade boys, if you've noticed, are always the most reluctant, it seems, to engage in really the high energy worship. And so here's what we do know. We know that Matthew 21:16, Jesus himself says, yes, have you never read, out of the mouth of children and infants, you have perfected praise. Listen, if you want your church to have perfect praise, out of the mouth of children. That's why at Grace World, we have praise, we have worship every Sunday with our students. And this chapter just dives into a few things on how we can make sure that this perfect praise is being perfect by everyone. We don't want to leave anyone out. In our context at Grace Kids, we have everyone in that initial worship set from a 5-year-old to a preteen. Now, here's the kicker. Preteens don't realize that word pre is part of who they are. They already think they're teens. So at Grace World, we're constantly asking ourselves with the kids, when they go to Ascend, our student ministry, in a matter of a year or less, what kind of worship will they be engaging in? What kind of atmosphere and dynamics do we need to have them prepared for so that they can go in and continue their journey ever growing with Christ? So if you'll notice, there's a few key things we do at Grace Kids, and as leaders of Grace Kids, you can help just facilitate this. While some of our songs have actions, the actions are not required as much as the kids having a posture of honoring God. We don't want any kid disrespecting and distracting from other kids that want to worship. We know that we have a couple of songs up front that are high energy, and then we'll have some songs that kind of calm down. And even in our last songs, we encourage them in the encounter to find their unique way of worship, whether they want to bow and pray, whether they want to lift their hands, however that they choose, as long as it's honoring. And just to run through a few things that are mentioned in the chapter, have young worship leaders on the platform. Currently, the name of our team is the Ignite team. Our under 18 team, they're called the Ignite team, and making sure that they're always there, having male and female. And here's one thing that I have the heart to improve on in this coming year is practice. We use a lot of videos. We're blessed to have live worship towards the end and encounter, but that front, that live worship, we really, if you're on the Ignite team, guys, we're going to step up the practice. My favorite, probably on the whole list, is Drop the Kitty songs. Grace World, just know, kitty songs, if it annoys me during the week, if I was to listen to it on the radio and it would annoy me, chances are it's not going to be on the platform. Make sure the songs are simple. Leaders and teachers, listen, leaders, teachers, you need to participate. We're not there just to watch. We are there to be an active part of the service. Teach on worship. Humility, one of the 4 main points at Grace World. Humility, make sure we have humility, and being transparent in worship. So as even now you're watching this, know that your heart needs to connect with the Father throughout the week. It's not just about Sunday, but if we want to lead these kids in a true encounter, then I pray that throughout the week that you all are encountering God in sincere and personal worship. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon.